Hey there everybody and welcome. It's Jackie here from stampingjack.com. It is Wednesday the 4th of January, which means it's Wednesday, so it's time for Facebook Live. But more importantly, it's 4th of January, which means our new catalogue, mini catalogue, goes live today, as does Celebration. So I thought what I'd do tonight is I've got some projects lined up, so we'll do a bit of crafting, but I'm also just going to take you through the catalogue and the Celebration stuff so that you can see what's inside. I've been playing with some of our new stuff already, but I haven't been able to show you the catalogue. So those of you who are customers of mine who shop with me regularly, your catalogues were posted out yesterday, so you won't have them now, but you should have them soon. So I've got some exciting news for you, so I'll just wait for people to get on. But before we do that, I just wanted to wish everybody a very, very happy new year. Welcome to 2022. I hope you all enjoyed a lovely, restful, festive break for Christmas and New Year, that you got to wherever you needed to get to see whoever you needed to see, and that you enjoyed time with friends and family, parties, or just quietness, whatever it is that you like to do. I managed to get to Ireland to see my family. I haven't seen them in just over 2 years. So that was really, really lovely to do that. Had a fantastic time. Our journey back was not so good. We took a ferry from Belfast back to the Isle of Man. And it was a 6-hour, ordeal's not quite the right word, but not far off, in force 8 gales on the Irish Sea. So that was not a lot of fun, but we survived and we got back in one piece and we all have a story to tell. So there you go. Leave me a comment below when you're here so I know you're here. If you're watching this on Facebook, please do share the video. If you're watching me on the replay on YouTube, then if you could share it to Facebook or give me a thumbs up or a like, that'd be great. I'm just going to double check to make sure that I am live in the right places, so bear with me 1 second. Just check my setup. Let's hope that the internet is playing ball today. We've had some rubbish weather on the island, so normally when that happens, the internet goes a bit funny. But the other members of the household are under strict instructions that no being on the internet, so I'm hogging the broadband at the moment. So let's have a look. Hi Sue, Happy New Year. Hi Sue Bishop, Happy New Year to you. I can see I've got the comments showing up on my laptop, but they're not showing up on my phone. So let's see how we do. So I'm just going to share. Just bear with me 1 second. Every week there's something weird or unusual, so not quite sure, but anyway, let's see. I'm just going to see. No, that won't work. I'm just trying to get it to show me the comments because I can see that you're there, but it's not showing me on the phone, and now my laptop is frozen, so I'm just going to have some tea while I wait for the technology to catch up. And I will be able to chat with you. Oh my word. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. Make that a bit bigger so I can make sure and see your comments. There we are. Okay, let's get going. So as I said, Celebration and new catalogue starts today, the 4th of January. So tonight I'm going to just go through the catalogue and the mini Celebration catalogue with you, highlight some of my faves. You'll have seen some of them already because I did my pre-order, so some of these will be familiar to you, but you'll actually be able to see them properly on the page. And then we're going to do some crafting. But I also have a date for you for your diary. So as you all know, you regulars, you'll know that whenever a new catalogue comes out, I do an online launch party. So that's basically a day where I go through the catalogue, do lots of crafting. We have some prizes, some competitions, some fun, and we wrap it all up with bingo night at the end. So this year is no different. And our live catalogue launch party will be next Saturday, or Saturday week, the 15th of January. So I'll be sending out emails. It'll be going up on my Facebook page and various other places, so you can pop it in your diary. I hope to see you all then. It's always a really good day and evening. It's a bit of a marathon. We normally have 3 or 4 live crafting sessions during the day, and then bingo at the end of the night with prizes and more crafting. So by the end of the day, there's usually a lot of cards have been made. So let's get started. So as I said, this is our new mini catalogue. So this runs until June this year. So our normal annual catalogue, which is this one, is still going. So you can still get everything that's in there. Our Christmas catalogue, which is this one, this is the one that's gone away, and I did a piece before Christmas about the stuff that was staying and the stuff that was retiring, and I know many of you took advantage of our closeout sale to pick up some of your favourites from there. So, the picture is a bit blurry, isn't it? Or is that just my... I think I might... I wonder if that's a little bit better. We might just have a little bit too much light on our thing. I'm just going to wait for it to catch up. That's a bit better. It's not quite so dull. Okay, so lots and lots and lots to go through. So I'm just going to do a whistle stop tour just so that you can see the inside. Okay. So first off is the Sweet Talk Suite. So I showed you this, the stamp set and the dies and the gorgeous papers. So I will also be doing a paper share with all the new papers in the catalogue. I'll be posting up the details soon. And I'll also be restarting my 6-month stamp club. That was a big success. So hopefully you'll join in again this time around. So there we go, you can see the stamp sets. So these remind me of Love Hearts, the sweets, and you've got the dies that cut them out. So that's really, really cute. And again, as always, we've got lots of ideas in the catalogue to show you project ideas for using them. And then we have the Love and Happiness set. So this has got, so the sentiments here are mainly around weddings, congratulations, anniversaries, things like that. And I don't tend to make a lot of those, so I didn't bother with the stamp set, but I do like the dies. So these got it on the neck now. So these are interesting because it's a die and embossing folder bundle. So you've got the dies that cut out the hearts and various labels, and then you've got the embossing folder, which also cuts out and embosses the dies. It's really quite fun. So I think I might just get the embossing folder and the dies rather than the whole bundle. Next up is Gumball Greetings. So this is a really, really fun one. And again, you've got some lovely sentiments to go with the big gumball. There are some shaker domes if you want, or you can just make normal shaker cards. And then we've got these super little embellishments here, which are the shaker beads. So let me just, I've got them here actually and show them to you. Keep these away from children because they look like sweeties, but they are. Whoop. How fun are those? Absolutely made for shaker cards. So I have no doubt that there are shaker cards in our future with that one, but I didn't get that stamp set. I couldn't get everything, unfortunately, so I had to make some choices. This is another cute stamp set. So this is Nuts and Bolts. So again, great for kids cards. I don't have a lot of cause to make kids cards. My son is 14 now. If I was to present him or any of his friends with anything like this, you can imagine the raised eyebrows and the that I would get. But these are really nice. They're really cool. Then we have, this is one of our super sweet, so this is Flowering Fields. So this has got 2 bundles. So we've got the Tulip Fields here, which has got the dies to make a windmill and a bicycle and various other bits and pieces, which is really cool. And then you've got the flowering tulips. I really like this. You've got the layering dies to build the flowers, so I'm looking forward to playing around with those. I love this border here, and you've got some lovely sentiments in this one. Let me just grab, does it show it? Yeah, here you go. You can see it on this page. You can see you got Happy Mother's Day, Happy Birthday, thinking of you. I love the circular sentiment on here. So here you can see where you can just build up your flowers, or you can just cut out the stamped images. So this is fantastic. I've got that bundle. I'm looking forward to playing with it. And then here's the Tulip Fields. Again, not really my bag, but very cute. I can see lots of fun making stuff with these shapes. Next up is the Rainbow of Happiness. Now, I've already been playing with this one, so here's one of the cards I made a few weeks ago, just using the stamps. It comes with dies. Mine haven't arrived, so I just need to wait for mine to arrive. But again, I think this is going to be a firm favourite that we're going to see a lot of. I think I've seen a lot of projects online about that. And then we've got our Cloud Punch again, which I think is really cool. I've got that. It's always handy to have. There's lots of our dies have got cloud shapes that you can cut out, but a punch for something like this is just really good. And then we've got Friends of the Forest. So this coordinates with the deer punch that was in our Christmas catalogue, but it doesn't come as a bundle with it. But again, just some really cute little sort of springtimey animals there. Really nice. Then you've got the Hello Ladybug. Again, really cool stamp set and a coordinating punch. And this flower here doesn't say so, but I think this coordinates with our daisy punch as well, which is really good. Then you've got Wildflower Path, so where you just got the stems here, and then these images here just go on either side of it, so you can build up your pictures. So I love what they've done here to create this sort of watercolory look. Really lovely. Very nice. And some nice sentiments as well. Then you've got the Symbols of Fortune bundle. So again, I'll show you the stamp and die in a minute. The paper is absolutely gorgeous, and you've got this gorgeous ribbon and these beautiful polished dots. So here, if you kind of like the sort of Chinesey, Japanesey, Oriental sort of thing, you've got the beautiful crane. I love this flower. And then you've got some lovely dies. You see these sort of like fan-shaped flowery bits that you've got. So this is really nice. And then we've got the Paradise Palms. So again, great for sort of summertime, holiday things. And you've got the dies that cut out the palms. I do like the sentiments in this one as well. And they've got some really nice projects for that. I think we'll see a lot of that one. Then we've got the Boughs and Blossoms. So again, the punch on this is really useful because it just very quickly cuts out some leaves and stuff. So these are great for just quickly adding bits. So as I say, lots of our die sets have leaves and things, but punches are just dead easy. So I think this one, it doesn't look like much, but I think you can build up some really lovely set cards and images really quite quickly with this. It's one of those ones that you just don't notice at first. This Easter Friends is just super cute. I love these guys. They just make me smile. So I'm looking forward to these. Weren't on my first round because Easter is a little bit away. But these will certainly be on a second or third round of orders for this year. Then you've got the Garden Greenhouse. So again, for anyone who's into gardening, you've got the great dies here. I'll show you that cut out the stamped image, but also you can just cut out the frame, so you can layer it over other stuff inside. So that's really quite clever. Next up is the Flowering Rain Boots. Now again, I got this set. I really like it. It reminds me of a stamp set we had a couple of years ago with the rain boots, but the images are much bigger. And again, you've got the dies, so you can cut these out and build up. And so the flowers and these flowers fit in the pot and in the can, or you can put them over the boots. There's all sorts of things you can do, or you can put them in the pot. So this is a great bundle that I've got. I'm looking forward to playing with that one. Next up is the Kite Delight stamp set. Again, this is just a really, really happy stamp set, very easy to create lots of colour. You don't have to do colouring, but you can. You could stamp these on patterned paper, whatever. Again, just really, really fun and easy to cut out, so easy to make really, really nice cards with this. Next is the Artfully Composed Suite. So again, I love this stamp and die set. This reminds me of a set we had a few years ago called Tropical Chic. So they're just that slightly more, I'll show you here better. So that's slightly more tropical kind of leaves. So I'm looking forward to having a play with that, and you can use some slightly more unusual colours. And I love the fonts and the sentiments, which is really, really good. Again, some super paper. The dies cut out a lot of these images. But the real big thing about this one, and I showed it a little while ago, is this vellum. So it's clear, normal white vellum, but it's got like newsprint and maps, but it's got some of the images are in black and some of the images are in white. I don't know if you can see that properly, but they are absolutely stunning. Do I have it here? I can show you. I do. So can't really see it properly in there, so I'm just going to grab a colour. So you can see here's one of the black designs, so that's the script. You've got two of them, and then you've got the map. You've got two of them, and then here you've got some white, which is like newsprint. Again, just a really subtle detail and background. And then you've got white with the map. And then you've got black with the newsprint. And then you've got white with the script. So you've got two of each. So there's 4 designs. 2 in black and two sheets of black and 2 sheets of white. So there's actually quite a lot of vellum in this one. Really, really nice. Great for adding a little bit of extra texture or detail to your cards easily. Okay, next is the Dahlia Days bundle. So again, this one's got a really interesting die, which is like a background die. So this is it here. So you can see you can stamp the images behind. So there's a lot of fun with that, or you can do like they've done here and just cut it in half and put it on either side. So this is a really cool die. So that's kind of on my maybe next list. So I like To an Amazing Woman, You're Beyond Incredible, Thank You for Your Kindness. There's lots of nice sentiments in there. This one I really, really like, which is the Flowing Flowers. I think I've got this one, but I can't see it in my pile. But I just love the sort of watercolory subtle effect on it, and the sentiments are just super. So I love, love, love this set. Then we've got the Daffodil Daydream. So you've got the daffodil images here that you can stamp, colour and cut out. But this one also contains, the dies also contain the bits to build and layer your daffodils as well. So I'm looking forward to playing with that one. So you can cut out your stamped images and cut out and layer up your daffodils as well if you want, which is good. The Seize the Day. So again, another sea themed bundle. So on top of the images, again, you've got this great die here, which basically creates a frame. Don't know if you can see that, and then you can sort of build your scene in behind, which is really, really cool. And then the dies cut out most of the images, especially the jellyfish, which is good. You've got Ocean Front, which is a bit like our waterfront, and various other stamps like this where you can just build scenes. So again, this will work really, really well with the sea and lots of others. So you can see here it's been used to build that sea scene behind that frame. Next up is Amazing Silhouettes. So I've already used the dies on this in a card. Where is it? So here, so this is a layering die, so you've got the background, the shadow and the die. So you've got You Are Amazing and Thanks, all separate words. With this one, I wasn't really that sure about the images themselves, so I just got the dies. They work beautifully on their own. They don't cut out any of the images, so they're absolutely independent of each other. Next up is Eden's Garden. This has been around for a while. It was available to order during December. So again, some lovely images and sentiments and some great dies. Lots of fun to be had with that one. Next is the On the Horizon. So this is again a lovely one to build a little scene. You've got some nice dies there, so you can see here between the stamps and the dies, just really, really fun. And what I really like about this bundle is this paper. I love the colours in it, and you can see they're like very watercolory, impressionist almost kind of landscape, so they're really, really beautiful, really gorgeous. Eclectic Garden, again just a really nice set of images. Got our background stamp, so you've got our timeless tiles, and this gentle waves I really like. There's quite a bit of texture in this one, so these are big, basically designed for making an entire card front out of it. So background stamps are always good. Then we've got Swallows dies. So again, I love that you can stamp the stamps layer, but also the dies layer. So if you see here, you can cut the different parts of the birds out in different colours, so you can get that variegation if you want, or you can stamp and colour it and get the same effect. And then you've got the Grassy Grove. And again, this die, we've got quite a few. It creates that beautiful scene. So again, you can see, put that New Horizons paper behind it, creates a great background. And this is great for masculine cards. And again, you've got some lovely dies there to cut out your pieces. Next up is my number one recommendation from this catalogue, and that is the Hello Beautiful bundle. The whole Abstract Beauty suite, actually. I love that you've got the hexagonal adhesive dots there. We've got some great stickers, memories and more cards. The papers in here are absolutely gorgeous, really bright and vibrant, and really quite bold and graphic. Quite a mix of some florals and some quite graphic male sort of type ones, some quite messy. Lots of stripes, which I love, lots of spots, which I love, and there's lots of hints of gold in this, which is really, really cool. But for me, the absolute standout is this. It's the stamp set and the dies. So I love stamp sets like this that have got lots of different splodges and images, because you can really create some fun stuff with it. And unlike a lot of our stamp sets like this, it actually comes with some great sentiments. Very often these sorts of stamp sets don't have any sentiments with them. But the other thing is I love the dies here. So you've got a mixture of some circles, hexagons. Hexagons are great for masculine cards and kids cards. They're just another way to add a feature or a shape with it not being a flower, so that's great. So even if you're not that keen on the stamp set, definitely get the bundle, because apart from these two bits here, these dies don't actually directly cut out any of these images, so these two work independently of one another. But I would definitely recommend that you get this as a bundle. And I think in my last live I made these four. In my last live I made these 4 cards, and then in the previous 3 cards I made this card. So I've made quite a few cards already with this bundle, so you can see just how versatile it can be, and I think it's great for masculine cards. So as I say, my number one pick. I'm just checking. I don't think I'm seeing comments, so if you've left me a comment and I've not replied, I do apologise. I will get to them at the end. Hopefully they will show up. It's weird how some weeks the comments show and some weeks they don't. So next up is the Happy and Heartfelt stamp set. So again, I love the font on this and some really nice sentiments. So it's a really good all-round kind of stamp set. Really, really nice. This catalogue is massive. There's lots to do. So this next one is my second top recommendation for this catalogue, and that is the Slim Sayings bundle. So first off, the stamp set on its own is just fantastic. So it's got some amazing sentiments on it, really, really big and bold. So the big happy birthday here. I've used it on this card as well. That's just a fantastic, big, bold, blocky happy birthday. It's fab. The You Are One of a Kind, you can see they're really very big. Enjoy, You're Fabulous, really lovely big sentiments. But then you've also got the dies, which are designed to make slimline cards, to cut out a front. So you can see here what I've done is I've cut this in different colours and just layered it back in. And then on this one here, I've just used some of these leftovers and created a chevron pattern. There's also a mosaic pattern. So again, this is the priciest thing in the catalogue, but I think it's something that you'll just get an enormous amount of use out of. And I know a lot of you do like slimline cards. I'm just trying to see if I can see the comments anywhere. Back. Just bear with me 1 second. I can see the numbers going up and down in terms of who's with me, but I can't see any of the comments yet, so bear with me while I try and see what they are. Okay. So, Happy New Year, Kat. Diane, of course I'll send you a catalogue, no problem. Mary, drive safe. No looking, just listening. So Kat has asked, what's on my to buy or have bought list? So I've shown you as I've gone through what I've got and what I've not got. I did do a video a couple of weeks ago before Christmas doing an unboxing showing you what I've got. But as I said, this is my number 2 recommendation, and this, the Hello Beautiful, is my number 1 recommendation. So if you didn't get anything else, get those 2. This truck is really, really cool, but you'll see something in the celebration that you can get for free that's very similar. You've got the Ranunculus Romance bundle, so this is kind of that sort of eclectic, vintagey kind of style, which is not really me, but it's very, very nice. Bragworthy, again, there's just some really nice sentiments here. So I love this. 1 minute you're young and cool, and the next you're getting excited over new towels. Happy birthday. I'm here for you. Seriously, try to get rid of me. Just try. Look at you doing grown-up things and stuff. Your friendship is as bragworthy as a dress with pockets. 5 stars, would recommend you as a friend. These are just some really fun sentiments. It's really, really cool. Then we've got Sentimental Swirls. So again, this is the kind of stamp set where you could easily bypass this. The sentiments in it are really, really lovely, and you just build your images here. It does coordinate with some punches, but yeah, that's a fun one. That's kind of on my next round list of things I might do, my order. This one here in the moment, again, is a really, really lovely stamp set. I love the line drawings on these. And again, I like the sentiments too. So these are really easy to colour. You can be really complicated with them if you want, or because they're the way the line drawings are done, kind of shows you where you want to do your shading and everything. So they're actually really easy to do. Or you can do like you could just leave them black and white. Looks really good. Great for girlfriends. Next one is the Heart and Home bundle. So we've got, this is one of the, this is one of the big ones. So first of all, I love the hexagon embossing folder. I love my hexagons. That's a recommendation. I did get that. I like the dots here. I've used them already. So you've got black, grey, vanilla and white. So we don't have many embellishments in vanilla, so that's good. The paper here is just gorgeous. So here's the first bundle. So again, I really, really like this. Again, I love the sentiments. And some lovely images that are just really super simple to colour. Just a little touch of watercolour, a hint of sponging, and it's fine. So you can see here. they've done just that. They've just done a hint of colouring on it and it looks gorgeous. Or you can go all out and do the full-on colour thing. So this is really, really lovely. And then the Honeybee Home bundle. So again, I like this, but I have the Quiet Meadow dies, which are very, very similar. So I had to pass this one by, unfortunately, because I do like the bees. But unfortunately, I can't afford everything in the catalogue, much as I would love to. So then we've got every chapter. These are just 2 individual stamps, which are nice. I like this one, The World Needs More Love Notes. That's kind of cool. Catch You Later is another really nice, just fun stamp set. Some nice critter images and then just some lovely sentiments. So that's definitely on my next to get list. Next is the Happy Hedgehogs. Again, just really, really cute, lovely, and a matching punch, which is great. Celebrating You is a fantastic stamp set. This is definitely on my recommend must get list. It's a really good all round stamp set. So you've got Easter, Father's Day, birthday, welcome little one, Mother's Day, just for you, congrats, lots of love, happily ever after. So there's lots of different font types and everything, and I love these ones where you've got the outline, because if you're careful with your marker you can colour them in. And then on this page is another one of my top recommendations, and I'm going to be playing with these at the end tonight, is these masks. These are fabulous, and they're one of the least expensive items in the catalogue, and I think you'll get a lot of value and mileage out of these. So we'll be playing with these a little bit later, but these are one of my top tips. I'd say they'd be my number 3, and this would be my number 4 in terms of recommendations. You've got the Cactus Cuties. Again, I like the sentiments. And then you've got Lucky You, which is like these, just creates that emboss resist effect for you. We've got some Simple Shimmer designer series, glimmer paper. So you've got one in kind of pink and blue, which are quite cute. You can see here they've used the rainbow dies to create this shaker effect, which is really cool. And then you've got the Hey Sports Fan Suite. Now, I really like this. And I debated long and hard about whether to get this or not, because I think it is really good for mail cards. And there's a lot in it, like You're Amazing, Happy Birthday, Hooray, Happy Father's Day. But I've got one dad and he's not a sporty person, so it's not really for me personally. But if you've got sporty people in your family, then this is great. And I love the papers on here, and the colours and the kind of the vanilla backgrounds, really, really nice. But I love the resin stars. I did get them. So again, they're really, really cool, just to add to your cards. Next is the Let's Set Sail bundle. So again, this is another one that I'm kind of maybe, because I just think it's really, really cute, and I love the punch that creates the little sailboat. So watch this space. I might get that one. And then we've got Wildlife Wonder. Again, some nice sentiments, good for masculine cards. Then we've got the Home and Garden bundle. So again, I think this is a really good one. It's kind of aimed at men, but if you know anyone who likes to garden, the dies are fab. So you've got your shears, your trowel, and your gloves, and your rake, and everything. So I think this is a good one for anyone who's a gardener. Brave Vikings is another cute one. I love that. I've taken a Viking to you. Happy birthday, you've conquered another year. But these are really, really cute, so lovely. Next one is this For the Record. I got this stamp set. I really, really like it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with it. So again, I used this image in this card here. Again, just to create some texture, and I love the records. I can see here what they've done is they've embossed it in black on black to create an actual record. So really, really good. And as I say, I think this goes really well with the hexagons. You can see here they've paired it with some stars, so great for those sort of teenagery cards, especially male ones. So here's just some of the stuff that's carried over from the Christmas catalogue. So the squirrels, the dies I talked about earlier, and the Nature's Harvest stamp set is carried over as well, which is good. So then, I'm not going to go through it, but at the back of the catalogue you can see all of the bundles, and again, it gives you even more inspiration and ideas on how to use them. Excuse me. And then you've got I love the fact that now we have a picture index in the back of these, so it's much easier to see what you're looking for, especially for me when I'm trying to figure out what I've done. And then you've got two really cute host sets. So you've got the Mischievous Mice and the Expressions of Friendship. So these you can only purchase with host credits. So as I said, I'll be starting up my stamp club again this month. Look out for the details of it. So when you place your order, if you're the host and you've got host credits, then you can use it to buy these. So for example, this stamp set costs £12 with host credits. Normally it would cost £25 or £20 to buy, but you can only buy it with host credits. So there you go. I'm going to take a little spot of tea after all that talking. I don't normally talk this much. So that is our new mini catalogue. There is loads in here. There's so much fun stuff and lots of different styles of things. I think there's probably something for most people in here, which I'm really, really pleased about. But the big news is Celebration. So so we're doing Celebration twice a year now rather than once a year, which is fantastic. So we had a celebration I think it was in September, October, I can't remember now, August, September. So this is running January and February, so it's 2 months. And for every £45 that you spend, you get to pick a free gift. Some of the gifts in here are £90. There's no limit to the number of items you can get. So if you spent £450, you'd get 10. If you spent £900, you'd get 20, and it just goes up and up and up and up. So there's no upper limit, and a lot of the products in here coordinate with some of the stuff that's in the catalogue. So I'm just going to go through this quickly because I want to get on and do some crafting with you. That's what I love to do. So we've got the Island Vibes stamp set first of all. Again, got that kind of tropical theme. I love this. Is kind of designed to be a corner image, so that's free with a £45 purchase. You got the Daffodil Afternoon paper, and that's really, really cool. Again, it's got that vanilla background, and that goes with the Daffodil Dream bundle. So if you were to purchase the bundle, you could choose the papers for free. So that's really good. As I say, I like that stamp set, and I should be playing around a lot with that over the next few weeks. Next is a really, really cute little stamp, which is Catching Butterflies, and I just think that's really, really sweet. Really, really lovely. And then the other one is the Driving By. So this is where I was saying to you, we've got, where is it now? This stamp set with the big truck on it. This one, the Best Delivery. So obviously the image here is a lot bigger, but you can see it's a similar sort of style. So you might choose to leave this one and get this free one instead. This is really, really sweet. So driving by to say hi or thanks. You've got style, you've got the little VW van, you've got the Beetle, and you've got a little sports car as well. So really, really sweet. The best, number one, what you must get with Celebration is the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. Now, it coordinates with the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. The bundle is £41.25, so you need to add something small to your order and you'd get this paper for free. But this is just yummy, 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 yummy paper. I've used it on a couple of cards already. I've used it on this one and on this one. So you can see I've made some quite masculine cards with it, but it's got some, in fact, look, I'll just show you. So grabbing it here so you can see really, really fun designs, and then lots of really quite graphic designs on the back. So love this diagonal stripe. So you've got rainbows, but you've got so much more than rainbows. Really, really bright, fun. Love this spot. Beautiful. Love that stripe. Why do they manage it in almost every single paper pack? There's one sheet where I love both sides. Hate when that happens because then I can't choose. Another stripe. That's lovely. Another really, really nice stripe. Some hearts. Our cloud punch punches out these images here. Again, nice backgrounds. And these are just beautiful. I love these rainbows. Really, really fun. I love the blue style ones as well. It's really, really good. And there we go. So this is just a really amazing paper pack. And you get 48 sheets in here. So you get a lot, which is really, really good. So that's my number one pick from Celebration. That's the first thing you have to get. Next is the Simply Marvelous paper. And this is my number two pick. Because I just love, I've just got it here. So you've got these marbled effects. Again, great for creating backgrounds, or for, you could even, it's great for like die cutting flowers and things like that. Because you've got some lovely texture. So you've got blue, grey, green, purple and pink. And then on the background, you've got the much more, these are more like silk. Reminds me of a fabric softener ad, some of these patterns. But much more bold and vibrant. So again, you've got the blue, the grey, the green, purple, yellow and pink. Really, really lovely. Love this paper. Super duper. So that's my number two pick. I think my number three is probably the Driving By stamp set. Okay, then you've got the awesome otters. Again, these are really, really cute. I like these guys. I like the You're Utterly Awesome. Sucker for a pun. And then this one here, this is free with a £90 purchase, and this is a stamp set and coordinating paper. And again, the stamp set here is fantastic. Really, really like it. Love the big hello friend. Got some flowers, a lovely little bird, and then you got some lovely paper to go with it. So this is a really good one to get. Next up is another £90 purchase. This is Special Moments. So this is another fantastic, huge sentiment set. So that's also a great one. You can never have too many sentiments. And then when you're a host, I'm just trying to double check here. So when your host order, so if your order goes above £275, so that's on any order that goes above £275, you get the Calming Camellia stamp set for free. Okay. And then there's obviously the joining offer. So if you want to join Stampin' Up, obviously you get the usual fantastic deal, which is you get to choose £130 worth of products, any products you want, for £130 for just £99. And then on top of that, you get to choose any 2 stamp sets for free. So that's any 2 stamp sets from the spring summer, from the mini catalogue, or from the annual catalogue. So that's a really, really good deal. Really fantastic. You can add that on to your order. So there we go. I'm going to refresh this again, see if I've gotten any more comments in that I haven't missed. So that is Catalogue and Celebration. They are live now. You can order straight away. When I finish with this video, I'll post a link to my online store, so you can go in and start shopping straight away. As I say, catalogues are on their way, and I'll be having a live launch party on the 15th of January, which is not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So I'll be live all day long. You should be receiving an email from me soon, just detailing all about the paper share, the launch party, the host code to use for this month, and the stamp club. So that's all on its way in the next couple of days, as I just get myself organised after the new year. I didn't get a chance to... Oh, because I've got no internet. Hang on. It seems to be working, so let me just check if it's my laptop has lost connection rather than my phone. Hang on. I don't want to keep talking if I'm not here. Okay. Seems. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting for all that to load, I've got some projects for you, and I'm going to be using the Butterflies and Flowers stencil. So as I say, these are easy to miss, but I think they're just really fantastic. They're a really inexpensive way of getting lots of different effects. So you've got 3 background stencils. So you've got some flowers, some leaves, and you've got this kind of, I don't know if it's a flower or a mosaic. I think it is a flower, but they're layered together. So you've got the 3 full-on backgrounds. Then you've got a butterfly, so you've got the solid and the image, so you can layer your sponging. And then you've got this flower image here, which again layers. You've also got some flowers here where you've got the solid image, and then you've got the layering image goes on top. And then you've got 2 different choices of leaves that go around your flowers here. Like so. So there's lots and lots of different things that you can do with these particular stencils. So I'm just going to, while I wait for everything to load again, I'm going to gather stuff together. Ordinarily I'd ask for suggestions about colours, but I think if I did that I'd be waiting all evening for Facebook to catch up with you. So I'm just going to have to wing it and make my own decisions. So I'm going to get some scrap paper to begin with. This is what we need. I'm going to get something that's not completely... But never mind. Okay, so we'll put these to one side. And I'm going to start with the background. And I'm going to use the flowers, and just I'm probably going to use my Stamparatus as well, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, definitely something up with the internet here. Just one second. Apologies, folks, but I like to know that I'm not talking to myself. So whilst I do that, I'm just going to gather some colours. So I think I'm going to do, let's do polished pink, pale papaya, and let's do some fresh fuchsia. These are some of our in colours. Okay, and then I'm just going to get some Post-its. There we go. Okay, so I've got a piece. I'm just going to create a background, so I've got just a piece of cardstock. Okay, take my Stamparatus. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, take a little bit of washi tape. Okay, just create a little loop. Place it on the back. I'm just going to take some of the stickiness off it, and then I'm just going to place it down on my Stamparatus. Doesn't have to be lined up. And then what I'm going to do is I've got my stencil, but I'm going to use my magnets to hold the stencil in place. Could use washi tape, but magnets will also work. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do a bit of an ombre effect here. So here we go, loading that up. Hi Doreen, welcome. Sue, yes, of course you can have a catalogue. Yes, Kat, the launch party was on the 15th. See, you're taking down the decks. Yes, I have that joy to look forward to. I love decorating. I enjoy having the stuff around, but I hate putting it away. Everything is just so depressing afterwards. It's just not good. Right, so let's just... Okay, so that's a yellowy one. One of my jobs soon is to try and label up some of my brushes so that I know what colour they are before I start. Right, so what I'm going to do is, instead of using the Fresh Freesia, I'm going to use Pool Party, because that's the kind of colour that's shown up on the brush that I picked. So there you go. Okay, so let's start with our lighter colour. So I'll bring this across so you can see what I'm doing. In fact, if I put my ink on this side, it will work even better, won't it? So we've got our blue. I'm just going to create a really, I'm being quite light. That's my blue, and then I'm going to use my polished pink. Whoa, that was close. Oh, did you see that? I nearly inked up my pink on my Pool Party background, or my Pool Party ink pad. That would not have been good. Okay, I'm just building up the colour on here. I'm going to come back in with my Pool Party and make that a bit stronger. Okay, and now we have our pale papaya. I really like how these three colours work together. And again, I'm just going to keep building this up. Okay, and then I'm going to take this off. We've got this fabulous background. Look at that. Okay, so then all I need to do is, this is one of my typical, did I do it? Okay, so this is a 10 by 4 piece, so I'm going to put it onto a black card base, if I've got one. Let's grab one. Boom, boom. Yep, I do. Okay. So there we go, and then I've got a scrap here. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab a sentiment, just 1 second. Oh, taking my glasses off, and I shouldn't have done. Let's see. Okay, so I want to put that there. In fact, what I'm going to do, seeing as I've got my Stamparatus out, let's bring this back in. Okay, I have to remember to wipe that down later. Okay, this. Let's close up some of our ink pads. This is a really super simple, practically a single layer card. Okay, I'm going to use my Stays On to stamp my image, and that's why I'm going to use my Stamparatus, because it'll allow me to stamp the image a few times and get it really, really intense. So I'm just going to make sure my cardstock is lined up, make sure my image is lined up. There we go. And now we'll bring in our Stays On. So as you know, I like to use my Stays On rather than my Memento when I'm doing stamping sentiments, because the Stays On gives a much more intense black than the Memento does. Okay, my card has moved slightly, so let me just, yeah, it was lined up here. So this is the thing, sometimes Stays On can be a little bit sticky. And it pulls your cardstock up, so with the Stamparatus it's easier to go over it again. Okay, so let's try that one more time. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in these. So you can take our washi tape off. We'll use that. And then we'll get our liquid glue. Shook it and let it go. And then we'll place that on our black background. And then we've got, these are our polished dots. So these are clear and a kind of a pinky colour. So I think these will add just a nice touch. I'm going to use the pinky colour. So there we go. And I think you can do a little bit of ink of Stella. Now I'm not going to colour it because I'll be here all night, but you could. I'm going to add a little bit of spritz to it. I was just thinking the other day, it's ages since I've done Wink of Stella on anything. So there we go, really, really easy. And like that, this is the kind of thing that you could, once you've got your stencil set up in your Stamparatus, you could just do lots and lots and lots of these with all sorts of different colours and what have you. So that's card number one. Just using it as, using the background, okay? So the next one I want to play with is the butterfly. I think this guy is super. So I think I want to use the same kind of colours because they worked. Yeah, I'm going to use the pale papaya and the polished pink. So again, I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock. In fact, I want a slightly smaller piece. There we go. All right. So I'll bring back in my washi tape. So again, actually, I'm going to use my Stamparatus again. Just 1 second. So I'm going to give it a quick clean. There we go. Okay, so I shall do the same. Just put my little loop of washi tape at the back of my cardstock, and then I can take my butterfly and I can use my magnets to hold it down. Oop. Like so. But we also need to, you can see here, we've got some bits of dies, bits of the stencil, so we just need to mask that off using some post-its, which were here. Here they are. Okay, so like so. A little bit here. And a little bit here. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my lightest colour, which is the pale papaya. Okay, which is this one. And I'm just going to, now again, you could do like I did on the background stamp for this, and you could sponge it up using all different colours. You don't have to stay with just one, but for the purposes of today, so for example, you could do that, and then you could put some pink here and some blue on the edges if you had the same colour scheme that we were using earlier. Okay, so I'm just being quite light, doing our circular motions just to get a nice even coverage. But again, I could do lighter and darker to create an ombre effect all by itself if I wanted. Okay, that's that. And then what we can do is then move our stencil, and then this bit lines up over the top. So again, we're going to mask this off to make sure that we don't add any colour where we don't want it, particularly onto our card. Okay, and then I'm just one to mask off this bit. And I'll use this piece to do here. Okay, and then we can just use our magnets then to just hold everything down and in place. There we go, and then I'm going to come in with my polished pink over the top. So just be a little bit careful with this bit here, because circular movement, it moves around, so I'm just using more of a brushy, strokey movement. Okay, you can see I'm just, so again, you could, if you wanted to be more precise, you could use different colours, and you could do much more of an ombre. What I would say when doing these layers is that you need to pick colours that when you lay the ink on top of one another, that they blend well together. That's the only thing to think about. So it's not two different, the colour is not going in two different places. It is layering on top of another colour. So you know, sometimes if you combine certain inks together, they just don't work. So just test that out before you do this to make sure that you're happy with the way the colours. So just do the ink and then do another colour of that, do the other colour ink on top of it, so you can see how they look together. Okay, so So then we'll just take these off. Whoops. Oh dear, I've managed to click my magnets together. Hang on. We're not supposed to do that. So let's see if I can prise them apart without breaking them. They're really, really strong, and you can crack them by trying to break them apart. So just bear with me 1 second whilst I try and do this. Yes, yes, success. Okay, all right, now back to the card. So now when you pull this off, you can see, I've managed to smudge that, so I'm going to, because I've got it on my fingers. In fact, I think that's blood on my pokey tool. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that to one side because I think we're going to have to come back to that one. But I'm going to try something different with the same butterfly. So, in fact, no, I'll move on. I'll do one of the others that I wanted to do. Yes, that's blood on my finger. That wasn't ink. Aha. So, yes, I've got blood on my magnet. So, just bear with me 1 second whilst I make sure I don't bleed all over everything, or any more than I have done already. Okay, so I'm going to put that in that way. Place my magnets. So I'm going to start with I'm going to do our flowers now. So these are the layering flowers, okay. So I'm just going to place that in the center. And I'm going to mask off these pieces like I did before. There we go. And I'm going to mask off the top bit so I don't accidentally get any ink up here. Okay. Okay, so this time, let me think. I think I'm going to do some I'm going to start with do Daffodil Delight. No, I'll do Flirty Flamingo. You get a tone on tone effect. So first let me find a brush. That's a blue. Okay. It's more of a purple, but it will do the trick. So again, I'm going to start with my lighter colour. Are you still there? My computer keeps going to sleep. I really should have asked for a new laptop for Christmas. I got a new watch. Don't know, those eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that I haven't had a watch on in a live for over a year because my watch broke and I couldn't find one that I liked to replace it. But when we were away in Ireland over Christmas, then I managed to find one. So that was my Christmas present. So now I can tell the time. Well, I could always tell the time, but now I have something that will tell me the time. Okay, so there we go. That's stage number 1. And then we're just going to line this one up. And make sure I've got it right. Dum, dum, dum. Just trying to get this lined up the way I want it. Just 1 second. There you go. Whoops. That's it. Again, I'm just going to mask off around it. There we go. And then let's use our... So I like using the magnets when I don't click them together and hurt my finger. Then they're great. So now I've got my polished pink. I have a feeling I've done this the wrong way around. But never mind. I think we'll get a nice effect anyway. There we go. Ooh, that is nice. Let's put this up. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So now what I've going to do is bring in my leaves. So I'm going to do these leaves. So this stencil layers, just got to get it right, so you can see it layers around my flowers. Can you see that? So I'm going to do that, and then I just need to mask off the 2 bits. Well, I don't actually, because I'm going to be careful with my she says famous last words. I'm going to be careful with my sponge, but I will mask off this bit of the card. So it's possible to be really quite precise with your inking if you've got a reasonably small brush, which these are. So I've got my Granny Apple Green. So both of these leaves layer around this image. So you can choose which one you want. So I'm just being careful not to go into these 2 bits. To be on the safe side, I can do that whilst I do the top bit. And then I can turn it round while I do the bottom bits. Okay. Missed a tiny bit here. There we are. And there we go. Look at that. Now I've gotten a little bit of ink on there, but that's okay. We can fix that. So I'm going to layer that onto a piece of cardstock. That's a bit of Granny Apple Green. And then making sure my fingers are ink free. Then bring in my white card base. Okay, now let's get my sand eraser. Okay. And then let's just get a little strip. Oops. And a skinny strip. And I'm just going to grab a quick sentiment. So I want something that says thank you, because we could always do with thank yous. So let's see what's in. Oh, I think actually the happy birthday here might be nice. Let's see. So this is the special moments stamp set. This is the celebration. You get this free with celebration. So happy birthday. I stamped that in Granny Apple Green. I might be able to disguise my smudge. The smudge is too big to try and erase. If it doesn't work, then I could always just cut my piece down. But I think doing this, I should get away with it. Let's see. There we go. And we'll bring back in our same dots as before. And this time we're going to add some clear ones. There we go, and then I think a little bit of Wink of Stella spritz. There we go, and then we're going to glue that onto our, oh no, not that one. So I'm going to put that on a green layer. And then onto a white base. Okay, so where are we at? Do we have time for one more card? Let's do one more. I know we've been going a little while, but hey ho. Okay, so I'm going to do my butterfly again, but I'm going to do something slightly different with it this time. So I'm just going to put away some inks. I'm going to do a slightly different colour combination. We're going to use Night of Navy and Balmy Blue. Okay, so let's bring back in. I'm just going to wipe off my stencil. If I can find it. Here's my... There we go. Okay, so I want that, and I also want rose one. One is just using. You should see the state of my workspace. It is ridiculous. Okay, so I also want to clean off my stencils. Alrighty, so bring back in the Stencil, and we've got our piece of Whisper White. Okay, so I've got my little bit of washi tape. Kat, I'm glad I've still got the knack of putting stuff on your list. Yeah, the reason I wanted to show you guys these tonight is for that very reason. It's very, very, very easy to overlook these in the catalogue because they don't have a big image, they don't look like much, but I think they're really, really effective and you can do lots of fun stuff with them. So, and like that, they're not that expensive, so they're a really good addition to just stick in your shopping cart. Okay, so then we're just going to hold that down there, and then we'll mask off down this side like we did before. So what I would advise is that if you're going to play around with your stencils, is that rather than taking them out to make one specific card, I would recommend that you take them out and do what I've done, which is just cut a load of bases or panels and then just play. Because once you've got your post-its and you've got your setup and everything, then it's really quite easy to do lots and lots and lots and lots, rather than just taking it out for one card. That's what I would do anyway, and that's why I've done this and done a few cards at once rather than just one. Because I think it's the other thing is like that when you're doing this is that it's very easy. I think inspiration will strike. And you say, oh, what if I do this with it? And what if I put that on it? And it could work. This is just an afternoon playing kind of thing. I think anyway. There's nothing to stop you taking it out for a specific card. But as I said, I think it's just great for experimenting. So again, I'm just creating this base of my butterfly, and I'm deliberately making it a little bit uneven because I want a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of extra around the ends, like so, just a little bit of extra shading. Like so. Okay, so that's my balmy glue. So I'll just pull this off. So So now you can see, just like that, on its own, you've got a beautiful butterfly. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my mask back down. Okay, I took it up just to show you, but I want to keep it on there. Okay, because what I want to do next then is to take another mask. So you can layer your masks on top of one another, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is I want to take this one and actually no, I want to take this one. Okay, I'm just going to layer that like so. To mask that off and then secure it down, and then I'm going to mask off down here so I don't get it on my, I'm just masking off the areas that are white so I don't get it on my cardstock. Okay, and this is where the Stamparatus is really good, because the magnets then just hold it all in place for you. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Night of Navy. I'm going to ink this up. So the thing with stencils is that it's best to just build the colour up gradually rather than trying to go in heavy, particularly when you've got this detail. Okay, there we go. So let's see if this one works, because this is just an idea in my head. I haven't tried it out before now, so keep your fingers crossed for me, ladies. Let's see how we go. So we'll take, first of all, we'll take that off, and then we'll take that off. And now what we have is we've got that fabulous effect. Well, I think it's fabulous anyway. Okay, now my thingy has torn a little, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim my piece down. Then I'm going to take this one and let's see, what should I put on here? It's about just a little high for me. Let's see what size it is. Actually, should we do our hello friend from earlier? I think that might look nice. Will it fit? Yes, let's do that. I'm going to ink that up in Night of Navy. Which is here. There we go. And then let's just measure what this is. This is 9 by 9 and a bit. So let's just trim this. Okay. Grab a card base. This is just getting my measurements here. I have an inky thumb. I can see it putting stuff down on that panel everywhere, but that's all right. We'll sort it. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this by trial and error is that this is it's an odd size, so make it 9. Well, we get there in 1 second. Bear with me. There we go. Just wanted a skinny little layer. And then take our card base. Alright, and then I'm just going to grab a piece of this, so I'm just going to cut this to 14.5. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to glue this straight. So this is the rainbow paper, celebration paper. So like that. You can use it to create quite subtle effects as well, because some of the backgrounds are quite subtle. There we go, and then we'll pop this up, and then we're done. So I think the takeaway from using the stencils, apart from the fact that they're fab, is that you got to watch for inky fingers. And that using your Stamparatus, if you have one, is a really great way of effectively giving yourself extra hands, which is always good. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, and then let's just finish it off with some rhinestones. I think I'm just going to use some regular rhinestones. And I think a little bit of Wink of Stella as well. So there we go. And there we go. Alrighty, so there we have it. The brand new catalogue. I'm just going to clear my table. It is unbelievable, ladies. Even by my normal standards, there is just stuff everywhere. It's been one of those messy evenings. So let's just clear some space. Bring back in what we've done. So there's our 3 cards for tonight. So tell me what your favorite is. 1, 2, or 3. So these cards were made using the Butterflies and Flowers stencil pack. So you get 6 stencils, which are distributed all over my workspace at the moment. So you've got the layering flowers and backgrounds, more layering flowers. There's layering butterflies, another background, and the butterflies are somewhere. There they are. And the butterflies. So again, really easy product to miss, but I think they create some beautiful effects, and there's lots of other things you can do with stencils, so I've got lots of other ideas. But main thing is the new catalogue and celebration are both live. I will post out your catalogues to you. If you haven't got one from me before, or you'd like one, then do let me know. Lynn, I see you got your lost parcel. Excellent. I did mean to message you before Christmas to tell you that we'd sorted it out, but I'm glad you've got it now. Think of it as a early Christmas present. So yes, I will see you on the 15th for our live catalogue launch party. And watch out for my email, which will tell you all about the paper share and stamp club. And I will be back again next week. So thank you very much, ladies, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.